Hi. The story I want to talk about in English is my worst day of school ever. It's a little bit of a sad story, negative story, but it's one that stands out to me. Um, so a little bit of backstory. I was born and raised in Las Vegas, and I moved to Washington in the Seattle area when I was 14, and it was beautiful. I love trees. I love that things like grow here. Like that was awesome. But I went from a private school to a huge public school, and that transition was quite difficult, to say the least. So my freshman year was really sucky. Like so sucky that my parents bought me a dog to make up for how sucky it was. Um, and one of the worst days was actually my birthday. It started off pretty good. It was pretty normal. Um, but then I didn't have any friends to sit with at lunch, and I felt really sad and I felt really embarrassed because all of a sudden, delivery for Mary Faye, flowers came in, and it was a very thoughtful idea. My parents got me flowers, and somebody came and delivered it to me, and I was sitting alone in the middle of the cafeteria, and all of a sudden somebody gave me these flowers, and 2,000 eyes were all on me. My social anxiety went through the roof, and I just did not know what to do. I was trying to be like, thank you. And then I just remember like going back on my phone and just like trying to like ignore everybody looking at me and everything. And then when I started walking back to class, um, someone decided to smack the flowers out of my hands. Like literally, just like some jock, it was some guy, and he just was like, "Hey!" and like took his hand and just slapped them out of my hand, and it spilled everywhere. And so I was scrambling on the floor trying to pick up the flowers, and I had a heavy backpack, and I that was my first ever panic attack. I haven't had many, but that was the first one and the worst one. And I don't even remember what I did in that moment. Like, it's kind of a blur, but I was just in the middle of the stairwell, and I mean, like, people are passing by. Like, I am small, so I get trampled just walking. Like, and I was on the floor, so you can imagine how that went. I don't remember. I think I ended up gathering as much as I could, and I went to the bathroom, and I think I just sobbed until class started, and I just spent like 10 minutes in there at least. I think I maybe called my mom, but she didn't answer. Like, it was rough. And then I went to my last class of the day, and just sat in the back of class, and it's chemistry. Oh, I hated that class. Like, it was literally my teacher, Mr. Scaringi. He was so mean because he was the the AP Chem teacher, and he thought all of us, even though we were in the normal Chem class, he thought that we could do the same stuff. My brain cannot. That's why sign language is my thing. The math and science, not so much. So on top of that, I couldn't understand what was happening. Yeah, I would say that was probably the worst school day ever. My science story will be more positive. It'll be about a vacation.